Hello and welcome to You Special on NDTV Hindu. Today we are the School of Excellence in Law with students of law who are going to be the lawyers and the judges tomorrow. And we have chosen a very interesting topic. Should we legalize prostitution? And before we get into the topic, I think we should define legalization, at least in the context of the debate here today. And when we say legalization, we mean that the government will accept, the state will accept prostitution as an activity which is not criminal. It will accept prostitutes, and thus prostitution can be regularized as well. Okay, that's what we mean when we say, at least in this debate, when we say legalization. Okay, so opening comments.
If you look at the Indian legislation as such, you're talking about legalization of prostitution. Tracing back the custom of the Indian custom, there is no traces of prostitution, but there was traces of sex, but there was no legalization. There was no, prostitution was not being traced anywhere in the Indian custom, and custom being the main source of legislation, and it should not be legalized.
All right. He, I'm sure, has raised, yes, you can, 1 minute. He's raised 2 points which I'm sure many of you want to oppose. Yeah. Wait.
First of all, it's wrong to say that prostitution is not part of our custom. For example, we had the Devdasi system, which was pretty much prostitution. And again, custom is a main reason for legislation, but not the only reason. To regularize the system, we can make legislation. So
all right.
It is wrong.
What is your point about the debate of although?
I think that it should be legalized because basically it provides. Now, see, it's an offense as of today, and so it's being misused. You have so much of forcing of prostitution, and you have underage prostitution. Once you legalize it, you can actually regularize it, and can be upheld in a better fashion, made in a better fashion than what is carried on today.
Okay, your response to what she said about prostitution having been in our culture always.
If you look at one of my friends was talking about prostitution being regularized in other countries, but talking about India as such, it is not possible. I'm talking like.
All right, you're moving away from the away from the question. I'll get back to you. I want to hear other people. Yeah.
Okay, I think prostitution shouldn't be legalized because it will spoil the institution of marriage, number one. And number two, there will be the increase in rates of sexually transmitted diseases, AIDS and all. And you'll have brothel put up in each and every street.
Every okay, road. Increase. Okay, many points of race. Increase. Okay, one by one, someone who can oppose all those things. Yeah.
As she said, no, it will increase the sexually transmitted diseases. But actually, see, when we cannot suppress or abolish it, we can regulate it. See, by legalizing it, we can promote the use of contraceptives effectively. Right. When government undertakes it, it can really order. Even a law can be passed. Someone must use the contraceptives.
Yeah, see, it makes sense, doesn't it? 1 minute. See, it makes sense, doesn't it? We've not been able to suppress or, suppress or stop prostitution for ages now. It's the world's oldest profession. We've never been able to stop it. Why not now regulate it, so, legalize it and regulate it so that we can have lesser injustice?
Come on, it just spoils everybody's, it totally spoils the institution of marriage. There's no place for trust.
Okay, see, let's not confuse points. Let's take the institution of marriage initially. Yeah, please.
About the institution of marriage, marriage is based on a lot more emotions than just sex. So sex is just one of the aspects of marriage, and I personally think it's extremely overrated. So I don't think the institution of marriage will be as such spoiled by.
Okay, someone else, yeah, or your point is taken. Yeah.
The basic thing is today, by terming prostitution illegal, the people affected are the lower class prostitutes who work for anything between 500 to 1,000 a day. Those who work for more than 10,000 rupees, the high class prostitutes, are not affected. And because of this, it leads to branding of these women, and it leads to harassment of these women by police officials and other law enforcers. So by legalizing prostitution, you can regulate all this, and you can ensure that nobody is forced into the profession, because because 80% of prostitutes in India are forced into it by other people.
All right. 1 minute, yeah.
I just want to raise a question here. How do you say that legalization will protect these people from the so-called law enforcers? They're again going to be exploited. There's no chance of reforming their life.
1 minute.
Today, prostitutes are arrested, detained in police stations overnight, raped by 10, 15 women.
No, you're not answering her question. Her question is very simple. You're saying by legalization of prostitution, you're going to regulate it and things are going to get better for the prostitutes. Upliftment of prostitution. 1 minute. Do you have an answer for that?
You can
How?
You can regulate it and ensure nobody is forced into the profession and nobody is harassed by police officials.
Okay, he says there's a better
They would be
regulation for
harassed.
You-
One minute,
police cannot
one minute, please. Yes, you go
By
ahead.
regulating it, you can abolish the pimp system. See, because of the pimps only, they are harassed.
Okay.
Because of the customer. When the government undertakes it, how will they allow someone to harass the prostitutes?
You want the government to undertake prostitution?
Yes.
Okay.
see,
All right.
yeah,
Now, first I want your response to what he is saying. What do you think about the fact that the government should undertake,
So you want the government to act as a pimp?
Nothing like that. See, just because it is illegal
Let's
now.
not trivialize this point here. Make your point here, please.
Just because it is illegal now, you people think it is immoral and all. See, just think about the position of a prostitute after 60 years from now on. See, I'm speaking against the humiliations faced by prostitutes.
What are the humiliations?
See, harassment. Say
Okay.
whatever you
So
said.
after,
See how they are
after
ill-treated.
legalizing it, you ensure that there won't be any harassment.
Yes, sure. See, at least it will get decreased. Only
That's
government authorities can misuse that position. That's it. No other one can interfere in it, right? See,
Okay.
like
So the
ordinary
government
students, they will be
so
given.
the government official should personally come as a pimp, and he should.
Okay, see, what is, okay, don't trivialize this point.
It's
Okay.
literally impossible what I'm saying.
It is possible.
All right, okay. He's saying, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, before that, westernization was also there. Even the same, before 40 to 50 years, they said westernization cannot come into our society. Cannot come into our society, and it will never be in practice also. But now what we are saying, we are accepting all the westernization, our food,
All right,
every
okay, there's the
clothes, everything.
westernization point too. Okay, I have to take a break here. No, after the break, we'll get into look into all these issues one by. Okay, lots of this was a warm-up segment. They've raised lots of issues. So on the other side of You Special, we'll talk about legalization of prostitution.